Hello, my name is Rafael Moura, and let's have a look today on the rock physics plugin. This is going to be a short introduction and overview of the functionalities available on the rock physics. So the first step is how to launch it. Is you go to your Blueback home icon, and you can use the filter option category just to display the rock physics functionalities. And if we click here on the geodate equation creator, on this step you can see what are the rock models available in this version, and we're going to be adding more in the coming versions. You can select the ones that you want to work with now, and once I hit the apply button, those rock models are going to be available in the input tree of Petrol. If I now close this window for a bit, and if I double click in one of the models, you launch the settings window, and if we choose the parameters, we can actually have a look on the model itself in a plot window. So here we have PS velocity ratio and acoustic impedance, and you can set a mineral set. How to create it? You go to this star icon, and then from here it launches the settings for mineral data. You can select which mineral you want to work with. For example, here we're working with quartz. And the K, mu and Bro values, some standards, you can change them if you would like to. The mineral mixing, you can also select one of these options, and you can also go to data, apply this into a grid. In our case we're going to work with well, so I have here mineral quartz and shale. I can change the percentage. For example, I can say that for quartz I want it to be 40%, and shale will make the complement. I can hit OK, and then we're going to do exactly the same exercise with the fluid set. You go to the star icon. From the star icon we get a plot as well for fluids, so water saturation, okay. By toggling on the calculate water, calculate oil and calculate gas, you can change the Betzel and Wang fluid properties by hand. You can also change the values as they are here. If we go to data window, a similar exercise. So we have like here the water saturation, and we can select our log water saturation here. Again, we're working with wells and not a grid model, but you can always bring a grid model from this field. And now I'm going to make the complement here with oil, so it's going to be oil water. I hit the OK button. We are okay in this bit. If we, under the style tab, you can play a little bit around with the display. How does it look like? So I can set up a label, give it names, can change the color of the lines, the thickness, the style. Same thing here. So as you can see, the lines being removed from our rock model. And the beauty of it is, if you have GDI, you can also display here. Let's go to window, scatterplot window. I've already made an investigation beforehand, so here I'm displaying my points, and under the equation you can have shared equations, so it's reading the equations from your rock physics plugin. I can toggle them on and off. Good, so that's the one we're displaying right now. And all the changes that we make here in the style, they are automatic updated on your GDI if you have this auto apply. So remember, we added the labels. We can see the labels being changing also other GDI. So you're gonna use the GDI actually to edit your rock model. Alright, let's go back to the Blueback home, and if we now move to the second functionality, the geodata transformer, here we're going to create elastic properties. So again, you can work with your wells, your models, seismic, numeric. Let's continue to work with our wells. It can be multiple wells, so select a couple of them. And now here, what's going to be your primary model? We were working with friable sand. Let's bring the friable sand. You can also use some discrete logs as conditions and also a secondary model. You can filter on zones, as you can see here in this option. And now, in our case, in this project, we only have like porosity data, so I'm just going to bring this porosity data. We don't have pressure data, I'm going to leave it empty. And here are the outputs that we are creating, VP, VS, and density. Now it's filling up the left part of the left side of the window. Once I hit the auto, it applies this for us. We can bring again our rock physics model. By displaying it here, we see that it's fitting. Then we also have here the fluid substitution. We don't have a lot of time. I'm gonna jump at this stage to the synthetics. So in the synthetics, again, we can work on the wells, on your seismic. Let's continue to work on the wells, and then we do the same thing for the seismic. I select here which wells I want to create synthetics to. It's reading the output already, the VP, VS that we've created. Let's bring the density. The reason why I didn't bring the density here is because there are two available. This is the one that we have created. Here we have what kind of reflectivity type you want to use. Those are the ones available this version for your wavelet. You can bring a wavelet if you have one made, and you can create a wavelet inside the toolbox under the geophysics toolbox. Let's continue with the Recur for this exercise. Now, just for displaying purpose, for QC purpose, let's select one of the wells. So select the A2 well. You can display a few well tops. For QC again, let's add two of the well tops. And if we hit update, there you go. We've just created our synthetics, and we can see the well tops marked here in colors. You can toggle on and off them. Yes. With the seismic, if you go to the seismic tab, by hitting on this icon here, you add a line, and in these lines you can bring from a Petrol project your angle data, seismic data. So let's find them here on my project. Here we go. So I can bring my from 0 to 10. Oh, sorry, let's go back. Now on the second line, I wanna from 10 to 20. On the third one, it's gonna be 20 to 13. The angle we're gonna select using here, so 20 to 30, I'm gonna use the mid angle, 25. For that one, we're gonna use 15. And for the first one, we can use 5. You can hit the apply button. It created for us the seismic, and now we can actually, by hitting the auto, we have the synthetic of the seismic. What am I doing differently? Yep, this is what I would like to show you for the time being. And if you have any questions, please contact us so we can set up a testing project for you. Thank you. Bye.